Hey everybody, Street Fighter 6 is finally out and we're super excited to get playing here at the Star 69 Arcade. As you may have seen, I'll put a link up here. I have an earlier video where I put a PlayStation 5 in this cabinet. In fact, I have it in another cabinet as well. And that was all well and good to get the PlayStation running, but these controllers, these built-in controllers, are using PS360 Plus controller boards, and they did not work with the demo or the open beta. So they didn't also, the game just came out and I tested, they also do not work in the full release of Street Fighter 6. I don't know if a PS360 Plus will work on the PC version, but this is a PS5. So in order to take care of that, I bought a couple of these. These are the new Brook Wingman converters. These will take pretty much any wired fight stick and make it work on a PC or PS5. I think the PC functionality is a little weird. I don't know of any controllers that don't already just work on a PC. I don't know. I guess if you have a controller that doesn't work on PC, this will help you out. But really, I'm looking for a PS5 compatibility. And you can see here in the back, it doesn't even say what kind. It says wired fighting stick. Go into the converter and it'll work on either one of these two. There's actually a list. If you search online, there's a list of supported, or I guess tested sticks. I have, again, a PS360 Plus controller board, which isn't a stick in itself. It's just a board that you can wire anything to. So I'm crossing my fingers that it works. I bought two of these for this cabinet. If this works, then I'll buy two more. They're also coming out, Brook is also coming out with a different controller board. So if I wanted to replace the entire board, instead of using a PS360 Plus, I can use a PS5 compatible board, but that isn't out yet and the game is already out. So I was kind of, hesitant to wait that long. So anyway, I'm gonna give these a shot. I'll show you the inside of the cabinet and where I'm gonna connect it. It's actually going to a USB hub because the PlayStation 5 only has one port in the middle, and I think it has extras in the back, but so we'll use a basic USB hub and put these two PS360 Pluses with Wingman converters, and then we'll see if we can get Street Fighter 6 working with those. So give me a moment here. Let's open up the back of the cabinet and take a look inside. Actually, before we get inside the cabinet, let me show you the contents of the box. This is what you get when you buy a Brooks Super Converter for the PS5. Of course, you get the converter itself. And this is pretty simple, just like their other Brooks Super Converters. It has two USB sides, right? The male and the female. You basically stick this into the PS5, or in my case, the hub going into the PS5, and then you stick your wired stick in here. And that's pretty much it. You wait a little bit and it just comes up. I did already try it on this controller and it works. So I'm gonna put in the second one to see if we get any problems with two of them on the same system. I don't anticipate there being any problems, but you never know. And these there's LED indicators here on the side. They will give you different codes for different things. Like if you're updating the firmware or something, they may light up a specific cover, and I can't get this into focus. But anyway, that is what's basically doing all the converting. This is just some kind of, let me get this up, little knickknacks and stuff. There's no wires or stuff in here. It's all just kind of cool little things, stickers and stuff. There's a sticker of this, I guess this is a Brooks logo. What does that say? Pocket? Pocket. And some little anime person. Some more Brook converter. There's the chameleon. What else do we have? Thank you card. Thank you for your support to Brook. There's that. Oh, there's a QR code. And then it's in Japanese. Cool. And what else? I think there's one more thing in here. Oh, the little instruction manual. So Wingman converter. This is parts in English. So yeah, I basically went, there's not much to go over, but I basically went over all that already. And I think it just might have it in other languages here. Yep. Just basically, let me open it up. Yeah, just different languages, same thing. Pretty simple. So let's stick that inside the machine and get both controllers going and see if we run into any issues. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside the cabinet. It's pretty empty. There's the power supply. Of course, the PlayStation 5, which is a behemoth and barely fits in there and gets kind of warm, but I do have these cooling fans, which need to be cleaned out. This is a copy of Street Fighter 5, which just kind of fell by the wayside there. You can see the old converter that I was using. This went from Xbox 360 to a PlayStation 4, And this, they both worked fine for years and years and years. There was a couple of firmware updates at some point that I had to do to make them tournament legal or something, which was kind of silly because, I mean, these cabinets aren't going anywhere. But anyway, just to keep consistent with that. But yeah, they've been working absolutely phenomenally for years, and no input lag or anything noticeable like that. So I'm just have them labeled 1 and 2. I already put the first one in, and you can see it's lit up blue. So all I'm going to do is literally, let me have to, all right, so I just plugged it in there, and then I'm going to plug it into this is just a generic Amazon Basics USB hub. I think it's probably USB 2. And that's it. And it'll take a little bit, and then it lights up blue. It's blinking a little bit. And that's all I have to do. Yeah, if you're wondering what this is my other video. That's an HDMI audio extractor because it needs to go to the amp, which then goes to the speakers. But anyway, yeah, pretty simple. I don't need these anymore. I'll store them away just in case I need them at some time, sometime to use on a PlayStation 4. And I should take this out to put it in a good, safe place. Actually, you know what? I am going to leave it here, just for in case I want to go back to Street Fighter 5. All right, so that's it. Let's go test it. All right, so here we are in Street Fighter 6. The first controller, as you can see, is already working. And the second controller, let's get it working here. I'm just going to hit that thing to get to the control. Oh, you can already see it's working. I'm going to add a user. I'm just going to do a quick play. We don't need to do anything. So it comes up as guest. USB comes up, and let's go ahead and try it. So yeah, just whatever. And we can see player 2 is working and player 1 is working. So it looks like it's gonna be good. Yeah, we don't care. We just want to test them out. Sure, Luke and Jamie are fine. So these are the start buttons for each of the controllers. So we can just skip right to it. Everything's working so far. So all the buttons seem to work. I have these 2 disabled because I accidentally hit them all the time, but these should be enabled. Yep. And yep. So it's up to whatever. All the buttons work. Stick works fine. So yeah, it looks like it's a success here. Awesome. All right, so yeah, that's the Brook Super Converter for PlayStation 5. Works just great. So yeah, time to street fight. Till next time, guys.